Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Descent of Dragons is here and I have started building decks, of course. And the very first deck that I wanted to build was Galakrond Priest. I mean, grindy control style priest deck. What's there not to like? I've actually noticed that lots of other people have built Galakrond Priest as a combo deck. They use Leroy and Grave Runes and they make copies of Leroy and try to hit face, but I built my version as a control deck. This is a pure control Galakrond Priest. I originally started with the Dragon package, Murosond and all that stuff, but actually the ladder is so full of Pirate Warriors and especially Shamans, and those decks are very, very aggressive. I just didn't find myself having time to play with big old whelps, play with Chrono Breakers. Those dragons were just a little bit too slow. So after a few iterations, I worked on this several hours yesterday. This is what I ended up with, and this one was working like a charm. This one was working really well. So I cut away the Dragon package in the end. I put in stuff like Kadut Defenders, Taunt, Reborn, Death Rattle. What's there not to like? They don't use a lot of silence in those aggressive decks right now, so pushing through that is a little bit of work. And then I put in some weapon removal, Harrison Jones and Acidic Swampus. I really want to find weapon removal because there are lots of weapons in the meta right now. And for card draw I'm using Talnos, because Talnos and Breath of the Infinite seems to be a very, very good combo. Because I'm facing a lot of 3 health minions right now, and well, Talnos Breath of the Infinite actually deals exactly that 3 damage. I'm also not using the 4 mana neutral Galakrond synergy card. I find that whether my Galakrond is fully upgraded or not doesn't make much of a difference, so I want to use just the good stuff from the Galakrond synergy cards. Disciple of Galakrond, an excellent 1-drop. Then Shield of Galakrond, okay, gives me a Taunt minion, that's cool. And Time Rip, destroying some minions. Very, very good. So the existing cards in this deck are mostly focused on removal. They're here to keep me alive. Then when I can stay alive, I can become Galakrond. Then I start getting random priest minions from the Galakrond hero power. And then I have a big swing turn with Princess Talanji that just pulls those randomly generated priest minions on the board. And actually I've also noticed that I sometimes get more Princess Talanjis as I use that Galakrond hero power, so then I can have more swing turns with Princess Talanji. So if you have been looking for a priest deck, a grindy style of priest deck, that feels like really playing like Control Priest of old, which has not been playable for a long time, then this is a list for you. I spent a lot of time yesterday tuning this and it works great. If you enjoy this content, you can support the channel by joining as a subscriber or member on YouTube and joining as a follower or subscriber on Twitch. And now, let's go take a look at Galakrond Control Priest in action. It's always more Shamans. Let's go. Might not need the Murosond really. Not completely sure about Celiacs. Katuts seem to be pretty important. Alright, what kind of Shaman? Shaman kept all the cards, which is kind of scary. So definitely a Galakrond Shaman. Not that it's any surprise. Alright, alright. Overlords, so Thunderheads and stuff. Breath just doesn't get the job done now. So I need to chill for the time being. Yep, I figured there would be a Thunderhead in that one. I think I'll take out the Thunderhead though. I don't think I want to let him use a Thunderhead here. Ooh, grabbing a Camellias. Can be useful. So now not quite as much stuff going wide, but there can still be plenty. Only 1 invocation used so far. Oh, there's going to be the +1/+1 overload spell, right? Yeah, that's what it looked like. He has a zap. Well, I'm holding a dragon. So this is 2 damage to all minions. 3 if I use it with Talnos. But Talnos zap, that's still just 6. It doesn't kill the Unbound Elemental. But I need to kill the other stuff anyway. So I can either heal my face, or I can get the Talnos out there. If I play the Talnos out there, he's going to zap the Talnos though, and grow the Unbound Elemental even further. What if I use the Mass Hysteria? Worst case scenario is just that these die and this one lives. But this one will probably live. So I guess just Breath of the Infinite and heal my face. I suppose this is the best line. Not giving him a zap target in Talnos. Here they come, here they come. So he has zap. Oh, he has the Cumulo Maximus. That's tough. And he can zap. He didn't overload more this turn, no. So he has to zap before the Cumulo Maximus. But he can totally do that. And that will be 8 damage then.
I wonder.
If I just time rip this one. Is that better than playing the Kartut? Maybe it is. I guess I'll also play the Disciple. Even though this gives him a zap target. Zap Cumulo Maximus is 8 damage. Then he needs another 4. He has 2 cards that I don't know what they are. Okay, so he has the Cumulo Maximus, he has overloaded mana crystals right now. But I can't kill the Thunderhead. Not even with the Penance. That's 11 damage. In the best case scenario. If I play Kartut, 5 goes into Kartut, I go to 15. I should survive that. Unless he has 2 copies of Cumulo. No, he can't play 2 copies of Cumulo Maximus in the same turn. Penance isn't good enough. I just have to play the Kartut. So there's Cumulo Maximus and then 2 cards that I don't know. Is Cumulo Maximus in the Kartut, of course? Or not of course, but maybe. Oh, he picked up that one. That's a good strong card. Then there's going to also be the Cumulo Maximus. Which is going to leave me at 1. No Cumulo Maximus. That's interesting. Okay, so I play the Mass Hysteria. Hope that a lot of stuff dies. Then I have Penance.
What is Elun's will?
I mean, I have to hope that everything but 1 minion dies. Because if that happens, then I can Penance that 1 minion. He's overloaded, so he can play the Cumulo Maximus. That puts me to 4.
Ever been struck by lightning?
And he was able to top deck a Likim. That puts me down to 1. And the card in his hand is a Mogu Flesh Shaper. But unfortunately, if I now play Plague of Death, I die. He's not overloaded at the moment. He needs to top deck an overload card. So that the Likim... But that can kill the Taunt and then Likim can still go face. But that's still the best I've got. I need to try the Disciple first. Like, if I pick up something like a Sandhoof Waterbearer. That's probably not even good enough, but... I need to try the Disciple here.
My blood be born again.
There is the Sandhoof Waterbearer, but yeah, it really isn't enough. Actually, it is enough, right? It negates the 5 damage from the Cumula Maximus. So I die, but I do die to an Overload card now. Previously, if I played the Shield and he got an Overload card, I would have still died because I would have been at 3 and that would be 3. Yeah, I would die to an Overload card anyway. I was always dead to an Overload card. That was unavoidable.
Mortals are so squishy.
Everything to the dome is quite a surprise, I have to say. Quite a surprise indeed. I die to an Overload card again if I play Plague of Death. Do I die to an Overload card if I play Kartut? Because Vessina is going to give +2 attack to all the other minions.
What is a loon's
So Kartut takes me to 9, to 14. Now I'm safe with the Kartut. I'm perfectly safe with the Kartut. I just kill that totem over there so that I get the 5 healing. So I get to 10 from this, and the Kartut takes me to 16, as well as takes 2 attacks to go through. This is safe.
You win this
I think I need to find some AoE. Let's see. Alright, what kind of shaman?
overcharged and ready to fight.
Overload. Do I want to kill that with the Shadow Word Pain? Right now I don't. It's a little scary, but I'm much more scared of a Thunderhead. And I really have to be able to deal with Thunderhead if one comes up. Don't penance that. Yeah, I guess I can do that. Reduce the incoming damage a little bit. I kind of missed out on 2 healing, but that would have dealt 2 damage to me probably next turn anyway. Now if he coins the Thunderhead here, I can just pain it.
I am the storm of your demise.
On the other hand, if he has that, then I can't do much about that now, can I? No, I cannot. Well, that's scary. I don't have a death in hand.
what is a loon's will?
I need to play the Fate Weaver. Although Fate Weaver is probably going to get killed. But there's only 2 mana this turn. So that gives me some kind of a chance that the Fate Weaver actually doesn't die. Or at least that the Fate Weaver is going to deal damage to the opponent as well. And it did that. Best I could hope for, I guess. And get the Shield of Galakrond out there. But now he has 5 mana, so this Shield of Galakrond is... He's not going to trade the dragon into the shield. He's going to have something better. Oh. Well, that was a major surprise. That was a major surprise. Why is there a mana type totem in that deck? I don't even know. But I don't want to let him keep drawing cards. I do know that much.
Is someone injured?
I guess it's Cleric and Shield. Still holding this Shadow Word Pain to kill Thunderhead, although Thunderhead might come together with the +1/+1 buff. So then obviously it cannot be killed with Shadow Word Pain. But then if I can survive long enough to get to the Plague of Death, then that's good. He has a lot of cards now. Gronks at the moment it draws Galakrond. Galakrond has been invoked once. And that's no use against Board Flood anyway. There's going to be Bloodlust in the deck too. So Whiteboard can just kill me at any time.
Mortals are so squishy.
Yeah. This is the bad stuff here. I think I need to paint the Mogu.
Be born again.
I need to live 2 more turns for Plague of Death. Killing that is one step towards that direction. Maybe I don't die to a Bloodlust here. Maybe. Because there's only 4 damage on this board now.
Power double that star.
So Bloodlust is going to give 18, 20, 22, 24, 27. Destroy 2 random enemy minions. Not bad. So 27 from Bloodlust. Just need to become Galakrond. Then I can Gronks and use the Devastation next turn. Then I still have the Plague of Death for later. I think I need to become Galakrond. Yeah, that takes away 2 minions. And by taking away 2 minions, that means that the Bloodlust is that much weaker. Gronks can deal with small stuff, and then Plague of Death can deal with big stuff. Two damage to all minions. Double the damage and healing of your spells. That can be bigger with Velen later on. I think this is a Gronks Devastation though. I can roll Hero Power first. Then it's Gronks. 5 damage to all other minions. We wipe this board. Alright, I'm still at 25, and I got rid of the board. Fleek. But now he destroys his own Gronks. What?
Your demise.
I don't know what's going on here. But that's a little awkward. Because now 2 7 health minions, so Velen, Breath of the Infinite, doesn't deal with that. 12 damage. That's a lot of damage too. If there's Bloodlust, what if there's damage spells? If you're on Squall Hunter, doesn't he have some damage spells too? So do I have to use a Plague of Death? Oh, I hate that. What if he becomes Galakrond? He has Shield of Galakrond. No, he hasn't had other... He has had a bunch of Galakrond stuff too. So if I kill these and he becomes Galakrond... But if I don't kill these and he has some damage... I think I have to just play Talanji. I think I just have to play the Talanji here. See if he has lethal. He needs a fair bit from hand. There's +2 spell damage though, so maybe he has it. But if he starts trading like this, then cool. Go ahead and trade. Now I can do Talnos, Breath of the Infinite. I don't have dragons in hand, so it will deal 3 to these as well. But it will kill all of that stuff. That one can then be traded away. I can... Do I need to Galakrond's Writ? Or do I just play the Water Bearer? I have the option to play the Water Bearer afterwards. Is it better than using my hero power? Well, let's do the Breath of the Infinite first. See what I can pick up. A Time Rip. Time Rip is pretty fine. Maybe I'll just do the trade with this, and I play the Sand Water Bearer. It's either going to heal up the Talanji or it's going to heal me. I was hoping for the healing on the Talanji, of course. Shaman could have a Galakrond. I'm not too concerned about that. Ooh, face tanking with a Likim. Yeah, I like that. That's 3 cards for me. Let's take the cards. Plague of Death, Katut, cool. I can play the Disciple. I can use Galakrond's Writ, right? Yeah, I think I can use this. I can even trade that minion away. This is going to heal itself back up. And even if he finds his Galakrond, I can just Plague of Death.
Double the power, double the storm.
Yeah, looking all good. I have a bonus Talanji here. So I just make another minion. Ooh, it's a Murazond. Well, he didn't play anything too interesting, so we just Talanji again. Pull some stuff here. Trade there, go face with that. Have a big bunch of minions. He manages to pull up the Galakrond. Gets the 8/8s. Which was what he needed to survive. But even with that, then... Is that really going to let him survive? I don't think it's going to help in the long run. This one just trades away that one. He can kill a Katut defender though. Is that okay? Yeah, I think it's okay. I can still play that over there. Now he can do some 2-1 elementals with Rush. And there's going to be a Shudderwock in that deck, of course. But the weapon has been spent now. Ooh, it's a little bit late. Do I want to Time Rip the Flesh Shaper? I guess sure, why not? I can do that. Reckless Experimenter. Seems like a fine minion. Let's play it. So what he has left is the Shudderwock. But I don't see how the Shudderwock can help him enough. Do I want to make more Galakrond minions? Is there anything that can give me 2 reach? Probably not. But I guess I can play Ahmed and Celiax. It kind of works too. Let's just get that 3/7 Celiax out there. Push more damage. We have We're starting to get this shaman cornered here.
The storm has passed. I give.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.